All right, turning now to Washington. 3 days now, and there's still no Speaker of the House.
Yes, Republican dysfunction is on full display as Bakerfield's Kevin McCarthy has now racked up 11 failed votes. So, what happens next? Well, KCAL News political reporter Tom Wade is here to break it all down for us, Tom.
And we are in uncharted waters right now, right? And no end to this in sight. So for now, it's back to the drawing board. The House reconvenes at noon tomorrow. Negotiations continue tonight. But it's not clear what McCarthy can do, if anything, to convince some of his detractors to vote for him.
I'm not putting any timeline on. I just think we've got some progress.
After a historic 11 failed attempts to become House Speaker, GOP leader Kevin McCarthy Thursday night vowing to stay in the fight.
I think we've got a little movement, so we'll see.
How long do you think this is going to drag out for at this point?
I'd love to know, but we're working through and we made good progress today, so we'll continue to talk.
You've recruited for 2 months, though. Why didn't we sort it out before January?
Well, we tried to sort it out. Not everybody's willing
Thank you for stopping.
A major consequence of Republican dysfunction, House members cannot be sworn in, which means new members like Democratic Congresswoman-elect Sidney Comlager-Dove, who filled LA Mayor Karen Bass's seat, is among those who can't even lease a district office.
We're not having access to security briefings. Intelligence is not being shared with members of Congress. Millions of constituents are in limbo because we haven't been sworn in, because we haven't been able to do the work that we're supposed to do.
Thursday's drama unfolded much like the 2 previous days, with McCarthy and his allies trying to break the stalemate of the 20 or so rebels who have not been swayed. One of the ringleaders of the rebels is Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, who today nominated former President Donald Trump for Speaker.
I have heard from my colleagues about all the important work we have to do, and it is my sincere fear that if we were to allow Mr. McCarthy to assume the speakership, that would not get done, that it would be business as usual. And so I nominate President Trump because we must make our country great again, and he can start by making the House of Representatives great again.
According to CBS sources, the 20 hardliners are demanding rules changes, budget promises, and committee guarantees, much of which McCarthy has already agreed to give up. Professor of Politics Jack Pitney.
This is an unpredictable situation. The question is, how long does McCarthy want to wait, and how long do the Republicans want to accommodate him? It doesn't seem as if the hardliners are moving. Vast majority of Republicans still support Kevin McCarthy, but he needs a majority of the whole House. And there are 20 or so members who just don't want to give it to him.
The question remains, who would be the McCarthy alternative? Names have been floated, but nothing is certain. By the way, former President Trump only received 1 vote on the floor for Speaker. For his part, he has offered to support McCarthy on social media, but so far it hasn't moved the needle. And Juan and Pat, that support was a little bit tepid. It wasn't a full-throated support. He hasn't gotten too involved, that is former President Trump, so we'll see where this goes.
You know, there have been some names outside of, well, former representatives who have been floated, because it also makes you wonder, the 20 that do not support McCarthy, neither one of them would probably get the full support of the House.
Exactly, and they can only, the Republicans can only, I mean, they have the majority, but they can only lose a few votes. So their majority is only about 5 members. So where this goes, it's just uncharted territory.